Beautiful nature. Beautiful, beautiful nature. I love you so much. Oh. Hello there. I didn't see you hanging around my garden. What are you doing here? Hello there. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really hope you are feeling happy today because we are here again. Yes, it is another day of isolation, of separation, of segregation, living in isolation during these very strange times. However, don't forget, I am here with you. I will try to be with you here live on YouTube every day. So here we go. It is Tuesday, everyone. Tuesday has arrived. How are you doing? Are you okay? Don't forget, there is something I want to say to you now. Don't forget, you are not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. So wherever you are in the world and whatever you are doing to keep yourself safe during this very strange period of time, don't forget you are not alone. Because I'm doing the same thing, to be honest. I'm also doing the same thing as you. I'm keeping myself away from other people. I'm having to protect myself. However, the weather today is lovely today. Oh, it's so nice. We have a lot of sunshine. It is so warm. It is around 15 Celsius at the moment. 15 Celsius. Can you believe it? 15 Celsius. It is feeling very warm. So I hope you are okay. Wherever you are in the world, tell me where you are, because I'm always interested to find out where people are around the world. Also, I will do a quick test to make sure that you can both hear me and see me. So if you can hear me okay, please say, Mr. Duncan, we can hear you. And if you can see me, if you are unlucky enough to be able to see my face, then you can say, we can see you, Mr. Duncan, as well. Tuesday. So a big hello to all those in the UK as well, because we had a lot of people yesterday joining us. We had many, many yesterday on the live chat. In the end, can you believe it? We had nearly 10,000 people passing through yesterday. Incredible. So a very large number of people. So hello to the UK. Hello to all those in the UK who haven't got Disney Plus. So for those who haven't subscribed to Disney Plus, hello to you. If you noticed in the news yesterday, Disney Plus launched here in the UK. So I would imagine all across the UK at the moment there are many people watching Disney Plus with their children, because all over the country, mums, dads, children, all of the family are together. They have no choice. And if you are one of those people, at the moment, stuck in the house with your children and your husband or wife, all I can say is, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Danielle. And we have, of course, the live stream. One thing I've noticed today is there are lots of flies buzzing around. There seem to be flies everywhere. So what has happened, the warm weather has actually brought many of the flies out from their hibernation. And of course, some of the flies have hatched out as well. So I am surrounded by flies. They are all over the place. So if from time to time I seem a little bit distracted, the reason is because I am surrounded by very annoying flies. They keep buzzing around me. Maybe I smell bad. Who knows? And of course, talking of smelling bad, things are getting worse, everyone. I now have 2 pieces of toilet paper. Just 2 squares of toilet paper. That's all I have left. Just 2. I used one this morning and now I only have 2 left. So now I am down to my last 2 pieces of toilet paper. Things are getting bad. They really are. They're getting serious, everyone. And there is a robin in the tree next to me watching. You might be able to hear it singing from time to time. I am surrounded by wildlife and nature. Quite a few people are asking, why are you outside and why don't you have your mask? Well, as I explained yesterday, I do live in the countryside. I am very lucky. I'm a lucky man because I can actually come outside because there's no one here. I am in complete isolation in my garden. Yes, I have my little daffodil here, something to cheer us up on this strange day. So things in the UK are very weird, and I have a feeling they might be very strange where you are as well. So I will try to be with you every day during this strange period of time. And did you hear the news last night? Here in the UK, they have really started to make sure that people stay in their homes. Thank you, Mr. Blackbird, for saying hello on my live stream. So last night it was announced here in the UK that people will have to stay in their homes. They have to stay at home. They have absolutely no choice. They have no choice whatsoever. So a lot of people now are being forced to stay at home. So first of all, they were saying, please stay at home if you can. Now they are saying, you must stay at home. You must. This particular flower, by the way, is called a daffodil. The word is daffodil. And there it is, a lovely yellow daffodil. And you can see that the sun is shining here today. You can see that the sun is shining on this beautiful daffodil. Do you remember many years ago, you used to be able to get flowers that would dance? Do you remember that? I think it was way back in the 1980s. You could get little flowers, and when you played music nearby, they would dance like this. For example, isn't that nice? So the daffodil is in my garden. Daffodil, daffodil, daffodil. There are many daffodils around at this time of the year because it is spring here in the UK, and I hope you are feeling good today. So I have a slight emergency in the fact that I have almost run out of toilet paper. I only have a little bit of toilet paper left. In fact, I've lost it completely now. Where is it? There it is. So this is my last toilet paper in the whole world. So the big question is, what will I use after? When I've run out of toilet paper, what will I use next? Well, I suppose here's something I found. I could use a copy of the Much Wenlock Herald. Can you see it? So there it is. So this is the thing that gets pushed through our letterboxes. This is the local newspaper. You might call it a magazine. So some people might say that this is a magazine or a newspaper. However, this is the thing that they push through the letterbox of all of our houses. So the Wenlock Herald is going to be used as toilet paper. If I can't get any normal toilet paper, I will have to use this. So I will have to improvise by using the Much Wenlock Herald. So there are lots of sheets of paper here that I can use. My local parish magazine. I'm sure that will upset a lot of people. I think so. I think so. Hello to the live chat. Isn't it nice to see you here? So many people are already here with me. Hello, Hersham. Hello, Florence. Hi, Florence. I love your name, by the way. Mavi is here. Yesterday, I had 3 pieces of toilet paper. Today, I only have 2. I only have 2 pieces of toilet paper left. So I have almost run out of toilet paper. Hello to Mary Moon. Hello, Mary Moon. Nice to see you here today. Where are you watching? Don't forget, I am always interested to find out where you are in the world. So wherever you are in the world, you are welcome to watch. I am in England. A lot of people ask, Mr. Duncan, where are you? Where are you in the UK? Because the United Kingdom is... well, it's a big country. I suppose it's not as big as other countries. So some countries are much larger than the United Kingdom. However, there are others that aren't. So I will now show you where I am exactly in the UK. So here we have a photograph of the UK. There it is. You can see a map of the United Kingdom. But where am I? I will get my little pointer. There it is. Can you see? Beep, 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 beep. So I am around there. That is where I am in the UK. Does that help you in any way? So there, you can see that is where I am in the UK. Dee, 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 dee. Beep. Right there. So now you know. The place I live in is called Much Wenlock, and that is where it is on the map. So now you can see exactly where in the UK I am. Beep, beep, right there. So now you know. Where is London on the map? Well, London is very far away from me. London is way down there. So London is way down there on the map. Way down there. So there is London, down there. And I am all the way up there. So I am around 160 miles, maybe even more. So around 160, maybe 170 miles away from London. A very long way. I'm also very far away from many towns and many cities as well. So the reason why I'm normally here is to teach English. I talk about the English language, I talk about English words, and sometimes I like to stand in my garden and talk to you as well, which is what I'm doing today. I am surrounded by birds today. Birds are everywhere. And you might see behind me, that bird up there. Can you see the bird behind me? That is not a real bird. And it is not a duck. Some of you have said, Mr. Duncan, is that a duck behind you? No, it isn't. So that isn't a duck. That is actually a bird called heron. It is a heron. So this particular bird is a very large bird and it eats fish. So around here, the heron will often hunt for fish in people's fish ponds. So the heron, however, this one behind me isn't real. So that particular heron is made of plastic. So that one isn't a real one. Okay, okay. Hello also to Rossa. Hello, Rossa. Hello, Palmyra. You are very lucky, Mr. Duncan. I am not bad, but very busy with information from work online. This is another thing I've mentioned already yesterday. A lot of people are now working from home because they can carry on working because they have a computer, or maybe most of their work is done online. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this as well. I'm doing the same thing. So because I have a computer and also a mobile phone, I can stand in my garden for as long as I want, talking to you live across the internet. So I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I do like doing this. I love it because I'm an English addict, and I have a feeling that you are an English addict as well. Hello to Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. So you don't live in an industrial place? No, I don't. I don't live in a place where there are factories or lots of cars. So I live in a place that is not industrial. However, in the past, this particular area is well known because it was where the Industrial Revolution started. So in Shropshire, this is actually officially the place where the Industrial Revolution began, and it changed the whole world. So I don't know how much of the history you know about the UK, but at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, just over there behind me is where it all started. It's where it all began. I used to live in a house and it was very peaceful, says Florence. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Vu Vu Hong is here. Hello, Vu Vu. Nice to see you here today as well. We are live on YouTube and it's Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way. Hesham asks a very interesting question. How do I learn 2 languages at the same time? Well, you have to divide your time between those 2 languages. So if you want to learn 2 languages at the same time, well, I would say that it's not easy to do. What you have to do is split your time or divide your time between those 2 things. So you can't do 2 things at the same time, especially when they are very similar. So if you are learning 2 languages at the same time, well, I think you need to divide your time between those 2 languages. So you can't learn them together because I think that's too much information. I think your brain will start to melt, to be honest. Hamidrez, hello, Hamidreza asks, by the way. Oh, well, when we say by the way, we mean, oh, another thing. Or maybe you are mentioning something that is connected to the thing you are already saying or talking about. Oh, by the way. Or maybe it is something that you've just remembered that you want to say. So when we say, by the way, we mean, oh, I have another thing to tell you. I have something else to say. By the way. Don't forget to join me here on YouTube. So when we say, by the way, we mean, oh, here is something I want to tell you. Here is something I want to mention. So maybe it is not connected to the thing you are talking about. I can hear you quite clearly, but can you turn up the volume? I can't turn up the volume, but you can. You have some control on your computer or on your mobile phone, so I can't really talk any louder because this is it. This is as loud as I can speak, I'm afraid. Unless I start shouting, in which case I might start annoying people. Have you invited us to your garden? I will be the one to accept your invitation. Thank you, Optimistic. I love your name, by the way. To be optimistic means to look on the positive side. You are an optimistic person. You are a person who always looks on the positive side. You are looking at something in a good way, in a colourful way, instead of looking at things in black and white. So a person who is optimistic always looks on the bright side, always looks on the bright side of this strange thing we call life. Is Mr. Steve appearing? No, he isn't, because he's working. So Steve is still having to work. Are there any people who are ill in Much Wenlock? No, there are not. And I am hoping that it stays that way. So I don't want it, you see. I don't want anyone to become ill here. Definitely not. Definitely not. As usual, I'm going to show you the phrases that I want to show you every time I come here on YouTube, just to remind you that life can be unfair sometimes. However, there are some positive things that we can say as well. Would you like to have a look again? Okay. Here's the first one. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. When something looks bad, when something looks as if it will never end, maybe a bad situation that you think will never end, well, can I just say that every cloud has a silver lining. You can always find something positive to take away from a bad situation when things are not going right. So every cloud has a silver lining. If you look closely, you can always find something positive, even when things seem bad. Here's another one. I like this one as well. Another nice phrase. Make the best of a bad deal. Make the best of a bad deal. If you make the best of a bad deal, it means that you try to find something positive from a bad situation. So maybe something is going wrong in your life. Maybe you have to stay at home. Well, you can always make the best of a bad deal. And when we say bad deal, we mean a bad situation. A bad situation. Something that might be seen as negative. You have to turn it around and make it something that is positive instead. Try to make it something that is positive. Here's another one. I like this one. I might even sing a little song. Always look on the bright side of life. I hope this will help you to keep a smile on your face. Always look on the bright side. When things seem bad, when things seem as if they are going wrong, always try to look on the positive side. Always try to look on the bright side. Try to bring a little bit of sunshine into your life and also into your mind as well. And it will help you a lot because I do it as well. So maybe during this strange time you can contact some friends you haven't spoken to for a long time. Maybe you can get in touch with a family member. Maybe someone you haven't spoken to for years. Maybe you have their phone number or their address. Maybe you can phone them. You can call them. And of course, these days, we can call people instantly on our phones. There is a pheasant behind me. Can you see the pheasant? Maybe not. Hello, Mr. Pheasant. I don't think you can see. Oh, there's so much going on here in the garden today. So much going on in the garden. Yes, welcome everyone. If you are just joining us, to those in the UK and around the world as well, hello and welcome. Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. A big bonjour to you. I hope things are okay. It's like I'm broadcasting from a zoo. There are animals everywhere around me. The noise you just heard was a pheasant. There is a pheasant sitting just behind me. So there are animals everywhere around me. Oh, here's another one. Here is another lovely optimistic phrase. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. However bad things seem, however bad things might be, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And that is what keeps me going. So when I think about the future, I always know that things will get better eventually. So maybe things seem bad now. However, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. There is always a glimmer, a little glimmer in the distance. There is light just ahead of you. Sometimes we can't even see it. Sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel isn't visible yet. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you can't see it, it is there. I like this phrase very much. I can tell you why the pheasant is feeling very excited at the moment, because he's looking for some lady pheasants. We are coming up to the breeding season for many birds, including pheasants. Pheasant. So the male pheasant is currently looking for some girlfriends. Yes, you heard me right. Not one girlfriend, but maybe 3, 4, or 5. So this is something you might not realize. The male pheasant normally has maybe 5 or maybe 6 girlfriends at the same time. A very interesting way of living for some people maybe, including pheasants. Vittorio, hello Vittorio. Hello Mr. Duncan. How can I see it? It is a beautiful day in England. I am sorry that you've run out of toilet paper, but please do not use the newspaper. It is not very comfortable. You can use the grass. Yes, I suppose so. I have a lot of green grass behind me. So instead of using paper, I might be able to use some of that. I like your comments today. Some of your comments are very funny. How do I get a wrench beside my name? Well, all of the people who are moderators here have been watching me for many, many years. So all of the people who are moderators with the little wrench next to their names have been regular viewers and also regular commenters on my live stream. So that's the reason why. You will see people like Pedro Belmont, and also you will see Luis Mendez. So they are moderators right here on the live chat. And there are 3 others as well who are not here at the moment. Lolly Lolly says, that pheasant is very lucky because he can have 5 girlfriends I know, it's very strange, isn't it? So the wrench, when you see the blue wrench next to the person's name, that means they are a moderator. So they can control what happens on the live chat, just in case people start to say rude things. And it does happen from time to time. Hello, the green grass can be used as toilet paper, but I think it's a bad idea, says Mavi. Well, we will see what happens. We will see how desperate I get in the future. Because at the moment, I only have a little bit of toilet paper left. This is all I have, just this. So this will have to keep me going for maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks. How am I going to make this last? How am I going to make this last? Oh, it's broken. Oh no. My toilet paper has come apart. Please, no, don't do that. There we go. So there is my toilet paper. That is all I have left. I will have to start improvising with something else. Hello, Lam Fong Nguyen, who says, hello, Mr. Duncan. Hello to you as well. I think you might be watching in Vietnam. Hello also to Marina. Mr. Duncan, don't panic for the toilet paper. You can use kitchen paper. Yes, I could, but unfortunately, I've almost run out of that because last week we had an emergency in the kitchen. So all this water, a lot of water started spreading on the floor in the kitchen. So we had to use kitchen paper to wipe up all the water. We had to soak the water, unfortunately. So last week, yes, we did have an emergency here. There was a water leak in the kitchen. So we've used almost all of that. We've used it almost. I guess you had this red shirt that you wear for many years. Hamid Reza, you are right. I've had this t-shirt, or should I say this shirt. So the shirt I'm wearing now, I've had for many years. As you know, I don't like to throw my clothes away. I always like to keep my clothes for as long as I can. So this particular shirt I've had for many, many years. This hat I've had for about 2 years. So this is about maybe 13, maybe 14 years old. This is only 2 years old. So I hope that's answered your question. Mr. Duncan, you can always go next door and ask your neighbours for some toilet paper. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm very shy. Don't you realise? I'm a very shy boy. I can't go knocking on my neighbours' doors saying, hello, it's me from next door. Can I please borrow some toilet paper? I can't do that. Surely not. Hello, Emanuela. Emanuela, nice to see you here today. Welcome to my sunny garden. We have the beautiful purple heather. So that is heather behind me. The purple flower, very beautiful. And it also has a very nice smell as well. It smells beautiful. Oh, I'm going to have a little smell, a little sniff of the aroma of the heather. Just a moment. Oh, beautiful nature. Beautiful. Oh, that's nice. It smells like lavender. It actually smells like lavender. It has a beautiful, sweet smell like lavender. And the colour is also my favourite colour, purple. And behind the heather, you can also see, look at the top, you can see some yellow flowers. The yellow flowers are daffodils. Daffodils. But the smell Even around me, I can smell the flowers in the air. It's lovely. Hello to Kwani. Hello, Kwani. I have been your student for a couple of years from Somalia. Hello, Somalia. Nice to see you here as well. Welcome to my little garden here in England. And I'm talking to you live now across YouTube. I have some skincare that has the smell of lavender. Well, can I just say, there are many things that have that beautiful aroma or scent. So when we say the smell of something, when we express the way something smells, we will say scent, the scent. S-C-E-N-T, scent. Ooh, very nice, scent. Or of course we can say aroma. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. He's getting very excited. We can also say aroma. So the aroma will go up your nose. We can also say scent as well. The scent, the smell, the aroma. So at the moment I can smell lots of lavender in the garden at the moment because the lavender is coming out into bloom because it's springtime here. It is springtime. So here in the UK, there have been some new measures, some new things that have been brought into law as a way of stopping people from going outside and hanging around in big groups. So I don't know if you saw it, but Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of this country, has now said that people have to stay indoors. However, you are allowed out once a day to go shopping and also to do some exercise. So you can go outside once a day to do some exercise and also to go to the shops, but you can only do it one time. I don't know how they know. How do they know that you've only been outside once? Are they watching us? Maybe there is a satellite in space watching what we are doing. So they have said that you can't go outside more than once to do some exercise, and also you can't go outside more than once to do some shopping. But I don't know how they are going to enforce that rule. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry because I am here on my own in the middle of the countryside. There's just me, a very horny pheasant, and lots of birds as well. One of my favourite flowers is lavender. Hello, Optimistic. Nice to see you here as well again. I love that word, as I said earlier. So yes, lavender. We also have a lavender tree here in the garden, but that hasn't come out yet. It's still too early, unfortunately. But yes, we have a lavender tree and also some lavender heather as well, because I think the smell is gorgeous. I really do. Yes, the pheasant. The pheasant is the bird that we can hear sometimes making a loud noise. And I have a feeling you might hear it a lot of times today because the pheasant is feeling very excited. Very excited. I can see a bird behind you, Mr. Duncan. Really? Oh yes, there is. There is a pigeon. You might be able to see a pigeon walking around. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. Mr. Pigeon. He's gone now. He has gone. So many people now are being told that they must stay in their houses, they have to stay at home. Shops have closed, so many shops have now closed their doors. Many businesses have ceased trading. So if you cease, it means you stop. You cease trading. You stop trading. You don't do it anymore. Hello, Anna. The south of Franca is famous for its fields of lavender. I can't see the live chat very clearly because the sun is now shining on my phone. Mr. Duncan, do you agree that China must be extremely punished? Why? What for? Over the years, there have been many outbreaks of viruses that have come from many other countries as well. Many other countries, not only China. So I think punishing China is not a good idea. Because when you think about it, there are many, many diseases and illnesses that occur in other parts of the world as well. It just happens that this one doesn't have a vaccine. It doesn't have any vaccine at the moment. So I think if you step forward and start punishing countries, then maybe in the future they won't tell other people what is happening. So you might create a feeling of secrecy if you start punishing other countries. So sometimes punishing other nations, countries or governments might not be a good idea. You might make things worse for the future. That's just my opinion. What do I know? A lot of people on the live chat. Thank you very much to Kwani, who says, you are my role model. Thank you very much. Noemi says, in Argentina, we can't go out to do any exercise, only to do shopping. And the police are saying all the time that you have to stay at home. There are people in jail because they don't do this, or they don't take part in this isolation. Wow, I can't believe that. So in Argentina, they are actually putting people in jail for not obeying the isolation rules. Wow, that's incredible. That is incredible. Here in the UK, we can't do it because if we started throwing people in jail, then unfortunately our prisons would be full very quickly, because it would appear in certain parts of the UK people are actually ignoring the rules. They are still going out in large groups, especially around London. So apparently there are still people walking around London in large groups. There are people going to the local markets, and many people are gathering together. So yes, what we've decided to do here, instead of putting people in prison, we've decided to just give them a fine. So you fine someone. You tell them that they have to pay some money as punishment. I don't know. I don't know how effective that will be. But yes, in Argentina, apparently they are saying you must go to prison. And I believe in France, if I'm not mistaken, in France, you have to produce a document. You have to produce some paperwork to prove that you are allowed to go outside. Luciano, hello Luciano, nice to see you here as well. It is live English, live from England. And yes, I am doing the same thing as you at the moment, exactly the same thing as you. Do you have any online English class? Well, I don't teach on Skype. Maybe that's what you mean. So I don't do Skype. However, I do have hundreds of lovely video lessons that you can watch to help yourself improve your English. Maybe you're listening, maybe you're speaking, or maybe you're reading. So all of these things are very important if you are learning English as a second language. Hello to everybody on the live chat. So no, I don't teach English one-to-one. So maybe that's what you are asking. So I don't give private lessons because I do everything for free. So this is something that I do, but I don't charge you for it. So I like to give everyone a chance. Wherever you are in the world, I like to give people a chance to listen to English, to improve their English, and also to experience the sound of the English language as well. Hello, Mavi. So many places might make people guilty, but the crime rate might increase. Yes, I think so. Well, one of the interesting things here, something we haven't talked about here in the UK, is crime. No one's mentioned it yet. So whilst all the shops are closed and all of the businesses are closed, you have to make sure that there are enough police in the street to protect everyone. Kawa, hello Kawa Bean. Your videos are great. I started watching your videos in 2011. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. I have a feeling we are going to hear a lot of that pheasant. I think so. I think so. By the way, just behind me, if you are wondering what the tree is behind me, there it is. Can you see it? So that tree that is just behind me, that is a damson tree. Damson. So a damson is a small grape. It actually looks like a small plum. So this particular tree is just coming out because spring has arrived. So this is my lovely damson tree, which is just starting to come into bloom. The buds are coming out on the tree. So I'm quite excited about that, to be honest. I do like that very much. I don't know where they are going to put the criminals who disobey, because Argentinians don't like to follow the rules. It's a little bit like that in the UK. You have groups of people who will follow the rules, and then you have other people who don't follow the rules. So at the moment we are having difficulty with those who are ignoring the rules. They are ignoring. They are not obeying the rules. So there are lots of people who are going out many, many times to do their shopping at the supermarkets. And also they are going out visiting friends, or they're going out with many, many other people. So they are trying to stop people from doing that. So the more people stay apart, the more people stay in isolation, the better the situation will be as time goes by. So that is what we are doing here, even though some people have said it's a bit late. So one or two people have said that maybe we should have done this a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, what's done is done. That's what they say. What's done is done. Would you like to see some words? I have some words here. Just a moment, I will get them for you. Here we go. We have some words connected to the situation that is happening at the moment. And I have my lovely little cursor. Do you like this? It is like something you have on your computer screen, except very big. So here is my little cursor. You can see me. You can see the heron over there. You can see the daffodils. You can see the noisy pheasant, or at least you can hear him. And there you can see the lovely heather, the heather. Now we will look at some words. Would you like to see some words? Oh, here we go then. Curfew. Beep, beep, beep. Curfew. So the word curfew normally is a restriction on movement or being in a public place. So quite often the word curfew will mean a restriction on movement or even being outside. So you might have a certain time when people have to stay in the house. So we call this a curfew. Curfew. And I'm sure in some countries they will eventually have curfews in their towns and cities. I think so. Here's another one. Lockdown. If you have a lockdown, well, we are hearing this word a lot at the moment. A lot of people are talking about lockdown, and that means a place that is closed off, or maybe a place where people have to remain isolated. They have to stay away from other people. Sometimes the word lockdown can mean to have no contact with anyone. So you might be locked down. So we have curfew, lockdown. We might also say that things are closed. So you close down the shops. So close down. You close down the shops. You have a curfew. You have a lockdown. You have a close down. So things have been closed. Things are no longer occurring. Closed down. So the shops have closed down. They have now shut for a very long time. So we're looking at some words connected to the situation that is happening at the moment. Oh, here's another one. Precautionary. Precautionary. Beep. Precautionary. So when we say precautionary, we mean something that is done to prevent bad things from happening. So precautionary. So you might say that people are being asked to stay in their homes as a precautionary measure. A precautionary measure. We also talk about social spacing as well. How far away do people stay from each other? How far apart do people stay from each other? We can also have the word isolate. Isolate. If you isolate yourself, it means you remove yourself from society. You are away from other people. You isolate yourself. We might also say that you are in isolation. You are in isolation. You isolate yourself. You are in isolation. Some words that are connected to the situation that is happening at the moment. Mr. Duncan, thank you, Lewis. Can we say cordon off? Yes, if you cordon off something, it means you put the block, you block the outside of an area. So if you cordon off, it means you put a block around a certain area or a certain place. You cordon off the street. You cordon off the city. You isolate, or you have a lockdown. Here are some other ones. Maybe some of these words you recognize, maybe some of them you don't. We have the word quarantine. Quarantine. If you are in quarantine, that means you have to stay away from other people, normally at the same time as receiving medical treatment. So quite often if you are in quarantine, thank you, if you are in quarantine, it means you are having to stay away from other people. You are in a place, quite often a place that is sterile. or away from other people. And normally, if you are in quarantine, quite often you will be in maybe a hospital or a place where you are receiving treatment. Segregate. Now here's an interesting word. This word has been used many times over history. Segregate. If you segregate, it means you divide people, you separate people, you segregate. Maybe there is one group of people who you put over there, and maybe another group of people who you put over there. You segregate. You divide a group of people for various reasons. Some of the reasons, of course, are negative and not very nice. And sometimes, if we segregate, sometimes it can be for a good reason, maybe during a crisis like this one that's happening now. Segregate. Here's an interesting word, and this is one that I heard used last night on television. So I was watching the news last night, and I heard someone use this word, draconian. I like this word, the word draconian. So when we talk about draconian, we say something that is very harsh, maybe a law or a rule that has been brought in by the government. So when we use the word draconian, it means a harsh law or a rule that is very, very brutal. So some people have described certain countries of having draconian laws, especially at the moment. So yes, here are some words. You have quarantine, you are separated from other people, segregate, to divide people, and draconian. This describes something that is harsh, cruel, unfair. We have some more words to look at. I hope you are enjoying this. I hope it's not too boring. Yesterday we had a lot of people in the UK watching. So if you are watching in the UK at the moment, please let me know. Please tell me where you are in the UK. And of course, wherever you are in the world as well. Hello, Florence. Thank you very much for saying hello. Thank you for your company today. Here are some more words. Panic words and phrases. Oh, so these are words connected to panic and phrases, words to do with the word panic, panic. So here are two words. We have alarm. You might feel alarm, or you might be alarmed at something. Terror. So panic can also be described as terror. You are very worried. You are afraid that something is happening. Horror. Shock. You can also have shock as well. Shock. Alarm. Terror. Shock. Horror. You can also say lose control. You might lose control of your feelings. You might lose control of your emotions because you are panicking. There's no toilet paper left. What am I going to wipe my bottom with? You lose control. We can also say that you lose your senses. So a person who has lost control, they lose their senses. So you have lost your senses. You have gone crazy. 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 Some other panic words and phrases. Beep. You go into a panic. You freak out. You freak out. Just like that. Freak out. You go into a panic. You freak out. You become fraught. Now, I like this word. Can you see this word here? Fraught. Fraught. You become fraught. Panic might be an overreaction. So here is another one. Panic might be described as an overreaction. Can you see the word there? Overreaction. So when we say overreaction, it means you are reacting too much. Too much. You are reacting too much. You might go into a panic. So there is the last one there. You might go into a panic. If you go into a panic, it means you go from being calm to panicking. You go into a panic. Your emotional state changes from relaxed to panic very quickly. You go into a panic. I hope you are feeling good today. I hope you are happy. I'm in the garden once again. This time I'm with you on Tuesday. I might be with you tomorrow. I might be outside or I might be in the studio tomorrow. It really depends on what the weather is doing. So for those who've just joined me, hello to you. Lewis says the stock exchanges are freaking out. Could I say that, Mr. Duncan? Yes. So all of the people who have shares in companies and businesses, at the moment they are freaking out. They really are, because of what is happening. Hello to Zhu Zhu Ding. Hello to you. A big ni hao to China. Nice to see you here. Nothing is ever boring when you are doing things. Anapisha. Hello, Anapisha or Anapika. Nice to see you here as well. How do you say the right pronunciation of the word lost? Lost. I will get close to my microphone and I will say the word to you. Lost. Lost. Are you lost? Have you been lost? Did you get lost? Have you been lost somewhere? Did you lose yourself? Lost. Lost. Something that you had, but you don't have anymore. Lost. Please, can you be with us every day? Can you be with us every day, Mr. Duncan? Says Mavi. Well, I will try my best to be with you every day. Well, I don't have anything else to do, you see, because I'm doing the same thing as you. So you are there in isolation, or I imagine that you are. However, I'm also in isolation as well. So we are all in the same situation. However, as I always say, you have to make the best of a bad situation. Lilia. Hello, Lilia. I didn't see you here on the live stream. Hello, Lilia. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Bye-bye, friends. And see you. Thank you, Lilia. That's very kind of you. Hello to Wislawa. Hello to you as well. Beatriz is agreeing with Luis Mendez. Oh, apparently Pedro Belmont is saying something about the Chinese. Oh, I see. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that. So that is a very strange situation when my own moderator is saying things that I don't want you to actually say. So that's a bit unfair. I'm not going to criticize anyone because many years ago there were many diseases, viruses that came from other countries. So not only China. So it is unfair to single out one country because over the years there have been diseases and illnesses and viruses that have come from all sorts of places. Hello to Elif. Very nice to see you here, Elif. Nice to see you here today. Thank you, Tao Din. The lack of toilet paper can be crisis. Yes, I think so. The crisis. There are many different types of crisis. So maybe there are two countries who are at war, or maybe they are about to go to war with each other. You might say that that is a crisis. So when we talk about crisis, we are talking about something that is a serious situation or a serious event, something that you have to sort out very quickly. So we talk about a crisis. And at the moment, there is a world crisis. So at the moment, around the world, there are many crises. So the plural of crisis is crises. Crises. Many, many situations that are serious and bad. Hello, Axe to Fall. Hello, Axe to Fall. Nice to see you here as well. Helena. Thank you, Helena, for joining us as well. What a wonderful day I see there. The only problem with today is the animals. You see? The animals are making a lot of noise because it's very warm here today. So all of the animals have got very excited because they are looking for their mates. Even the pheasant behind me keeps calling because he's looking for a girlfriend. He's trying to find a lovely girlfriend. In fact, pheasants are very greedy because they tend to have more than one girlfriend. It is nice to hear the birds making a noise. Well, I think so. Yes, it is quite nice listening to the sounds of nature. Can you hear all the sounds? Here in my country, what is going on here? Well, most people have been told now to stay at home. They have to lock themselves away in their houses if they live in towns or cities. However, I must be honest, I'm quite lucky because I live in the countryside. So because I live far away from other people, I don't have to worry. We don't live in a big town or a big city. So if I go for a walk, there is virtually no chance of meeting someone. So it's quite good actually. I can walk around without meeting any other people. And today I've decided to come out into my back garden once again because it's a beautiful day. It is a very nice day today. I must be honest with you. Hello, Elif. Hi, Elif. Nice to see you here as well. It's great to see you here on the live stream. What are the yellow flowers behind you? The yellow flowers behind me. Do you mean these? Oh, look, there is one now on your screen. Daffodil. We call this flower daffodil. And that is a very happy daffodil. So there it is. There it is. A daffodil to brighten up your day. An English daffodil. Isn't that nice? Azim. Hello, Asim. Watching in Pakistan. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here. Do you have any children? No, I don't. I don't have any children. Definitely not. Well, as far as I know, who knows in these strange times. So there is my little daffodil. Your garden is very nice. all you can hear are the sounds of nature. Rather nice, really. I'm rather enjoying this. No, I don't have any children. I don't. Yes, sir, asks, WTF is the point of this? The point of this, yes, sir, is... Let me just explain. I will explain to you now. That's the point. There we go. I've just made a very good point there. So now you know. Now you know what this is all about. It's people being friendly and nice to each other. I can hear the birds. They are so noisy. I know. I think so. Oh. I'm not giving many chances today, you see. You get one more chance. Daffodils are very common in my area, says Palmyra. Thank you, Palmyra, for that. Also, we have Anakobi. Oh, Anakobi, welcome as well. Nice to see you here. Shall we have a little look around the garden? I'm going to move somewhere else, but I'm taking a risk here because I don't know if I will be able to broadcast if I move around. So please bear with me. I am going to move my camera. I am going to walk to a different location. However, please bear with me. Don't go away because you might lose me. Can you hear that pheasant? I think he's getting very excited. I think so. So we will move a little further round. Ooh, very nice. I think I just bumped. I bumped. So I'm going to change the view now. Let's have a slightly different view, shall we? Okay, no problem. I think I can do that. I will try to give you a different view. Here we go. Ding. So there is another view, slightly different, something different to show you now. A different view on a rather nice day here in the UK. So now you can see a little bit more of the surroundings of where I live. So there we can see, oh, there it is. Is that okay? I hope you can see that clearly. Here's another one. What is the point of this? The point of this is to be friendly and nice to people. And unfortunately, you are not being friendly or nice. So there you go. It's very simple. Be nice or else Mr. Duncan will use his magic finger. Mr. Duncan, I think your back garden is quite big. Well, I wouldn't say it's really big. I don't think my back garden is really big. However, I suppose it is large, but not big. One of the good things about having this garden is that Mr. Steve enjoys doing the gardening. So I feel very pleased about that, to be honest. I do like the fact that Steve likes doing the gardening. If you look into the distance, you will see, yes, you can see in the distance. You can see in the distance there is a hill, a very famous hill, very well known here in the UK. And if we go higher up, you can see the beautiful clouds, yes, and also blue sky. Look, we have blue sky today. And it's so warm as well. I don't know why it's so warm today. However, it is. And I will also show you the daffodils. So there are some more daffodils in the garden. They are waving. They're waving to you, I think. Nature is excellent. I love it so much. Yes, I feel the same way about nature. I love nature. I love nature very much. Except for when the pheasant keeps making a noise. Hello to everyone on the live chat. Hello, Alamgir. There are no illnesses in my garden. No, nothing is happening here at the moment. So I am pleased to say that there is nothing bad happening here in the garden. And that is the reason why I'm coming out. I'm coming outside to show you the view. So what you are seeing now is basically springtime in England. So this is what springtime looks like in the United Kingdom. And it's rather nice, isn't it? We will move a little bit further. So I will now move my camera. I hope you can still hear me. If not, then I'm in trouble. So yes, this garden has many trees. And now, there we go. Is that better? You can see a little bit clearer now. Some of the trees and some of the wildlife that exists. And now you are back on me. Oh, there I am. So I hope you are enjoying this very strange live stream today. Something very unusual, something strange, some might say a little odd. But there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that. I will be going soon because I think we don't seem to have many people watching today, so it would appear that there are many people now doing other things. Maybe they have found other things to do with their time. I think so. Why don't you eat outside? Well, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do eat outside. So yes, we do. From time to time, we will sit outside. We will eat sandwiches. We will have a cup of tea or maybe a cup of coffee, and we will sit outside and enjoy the view. So yes, we do. Definitely, we do go outside sometimes. You can see the daffodils behind me, and I think you can also hear the birds as well. Very noisy. Would you like another view? Okay, then I will go further. I will go nearer to the house so you can have another view. There we go. How's that? Is that okay? I might be a little bit dark because I'm in the shade. How many cups of tea do you have every day? Normally 2. I have 2 cups of tea and normally 1 cup of coffee as well. So now I am right next to the house, and you can see behind me, you can see there is a lot of scenery, a lot of things to look at. Hi Anna, hello Anna. Yes, I will be here every day. I will try to keep you company as often as possible. As long as I stay well and as long as I stay fit, I think everything will be all right. I hope so. Anna says, I love to eat outside. Yes, if you love to eat outside, we call it al fresco. So if you eat outside, we always say al fresco. Al fresco. You eat outdoors. Yes, I think when the weather is nice, there is nothing better than standing outside or sitting outside eating food. I think so. I agree with you. It's a great idea. I might seem a little bit dark at the moment because I am in the shade. So I hope you can see me all right. So I suppose tomorrow is Wednesday, by the way. I don't know what you are doing tomorrow, but I will be with you tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time. So tomorrow I will be here 2 p.m. UK time. So don't forget that. I will be with you tomorrow as well. I will try to be with you as often as possible. Sometimes it isn't possible to be with you every day. Would you like to see something very unusual? I'm going to show you something very strange and unusual now. Prepare to see something very strange. Can you see the snake and the sheep? And they are keeping guard of my house. They are making sure everything stays. They are trying to keep guard of my house. So I have a sheep and also a snake. The snake is called Sydney, Sydney the snake. And also the sheep is called Lady Wollington. So we have Lady Wollington and also Sydney the snake. I hope you enjoyed that. Something unusual. I wasn't expecting to see that. Apparently the snake and the sheep cannot be friends. Well, guess what? These two animals are very friendly. They are very friendly to each other. Mog Mog says, your sheep and your snake, they are both adorable. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I will move a little bit further. I feel as if I need some sunlight on my face. So I'm going to move the camera into the light. Did you ever have statues in your garden? Well, I have some statues just behind me here. Can you see them? I will try to move the camera so you can see them. There are some statues just behind me. There they are. Can you see them? So those particular statues are Easter Island statues. I will show one to you so you can see it. So the statues in my garden are actually based on the Easter Island statues. They are very famous statues, large heads. Have you seen them? Here is one of them. Here is one of my Easter Island heads. It's very large and very heavy. Oh, hello, my name. Oh, it's Easter soon, isn't it, as well? So my name is Egbert. Egbert, because I come from Easter Island, and I'm very pleased to hear you and see you. Okay, you have to go back now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Egbert. You have to go back because you are very heavy. I think I'm going to drop you on my foot. Oh. Ooh, actually, that was quite heavy. Very heavy. Where did you buy them from? There is a garden centre not very far away from where I live, and I bought them from there. I've actually got 3 of them. The small one is very heavy, and then there is a medium-sized head, and that's very, very heavy. And then there is a large one, which I can't even pick up because it's so heavy. It takes 2 people to carry it. I will go back into the sunlight now because I'm feeling a little chilly in the shade. Do, do, do. Isn't this interesting? What a strange day. What a strange thing to do on a sunny day. To be outside in the wild. The wild of England. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, I must admit, I like that view. That looks a bit better because the sun is now next to me. So I think that is much better. I am so happy to meet you, says Hak Lao. Hello to you as well. Where are you watching? I have a feeling you might be watching in Vietnam. Am I right? Easter Island is off Chile. in the Pacific Ocean. A very famous place. I've always wanted to go to Easter Island because apparently there are many legends and many myths about the people who created the big heads, those large statues on Easter Island. There are many legends and many stories about how they got there. Even now we don't quite understand how they did it, how they moved all those giant pieces of stone around. People still don't know how they did it. It's amazing. Mr. Duncan, your pronunciation is perfect. Thank you very much. I always try my best. Anna Pika, you are welcome. And Mavi says, I have to go now. I hope I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself and also all the other friends as well. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to do that. Well, as I said before, I'm on my own. I'm isolated. I have locked Mr. Steve in one of the rooms in the house. So he is in there working away. Phuong Trin is here as well. Vittorio is going now. Maybe it is late where you are. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the day wherever you are. Goodbye, guys. Good night too. I am so sleepy. I have to sleep. I am happy to see all of you guys. And of course, I'm happy to see you, Duncan. See you again. Hopefully, I will be with you tomorrow in my studio. I will be back with you tomorrow. Belarusia. Hello, Belarusia. I haven't seen you very much this week. I hope you've been all right. I am missing all your live streams, Mr. Duncan, because there is no good internet here at my father's house. Oh, I see. You are staying with your father at the moment, because I know that he's had some problems with his health. So you are keeping him company, which I think is very nice. It's very kind of you. Irene, a big bonjour to you. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you here as well. Nice to see you here on the live chat. This live stream is not a place for dating. No, it isn't. However, who knows? Who knows in this strange world of ours? Who knows? You might suddenly meet the love of your life. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Hello, Guadeloupe as well. Hello also to the Czech Republic. Can I say hello to the Czech Republic? Alena. Hello, Alena or Alina. Nice to see you here as well. Noemi says the Easter Island is an example of mankind destroying the environment. This is true because originally the island itself was covered with trees. So what they did is they destroyed the island. They cut everything down. And then suddenly they realized that they had no trees. And all of the grass and all of the land, it all perished. It became infertile. They couldn't grow things on it. So yes, they literally wiped themselves out because of their greed. Because they didn't take care of the environment. I think so. I think we have to learn about their mistakes. Yes, this is something that human beings are not very good at. One of the things I've noticed about people is they are not very good at learning lessons. So when you make a mistake in your life, sometimes you might find that you make the same mistake again and again and again. Sometimes it happens. Hello, Latif from Sultanate in Oman. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here on the live stream. We are doing something very strange at the moment because we are living through very strange times, as you may have heard. Have you heard? We are currently living through very strange times, and one of the things we are living through is isolation. People are being forced to isolate themselves. You have to stay at home. And that's what I'm doing as well. So I'm doing the same thing as you. However, I have come outside to take some fresh air and also some exercise as well. Hello to Moniki, or yes, Moniki. Hello to you. Your English is perfect. Thank you very much. I have been practicing my English for many years. I will be going in a moment. We are coming up to 90 minutes and I will be going very soon. I hope you've enjoyed this live chat. So what have you been doing today? What have you been doing to pass the time away? One of the things I've been doing is I've been learning some new computer skills. So one of the things I'm doing is learning some new computer skills to keep me busy during this strange period of time. Connell says, my niece and nephew are watching you now. Hello to Parvana and Kachani. I hope I pronounced your names right. I'm sorry if I didn't. So hello Connell, hello also Pavara and also Kachani as well. I hope I pronounced it right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Don't shout at me. Hello Blue Thunder. Hi Blue Thunder. Welcome. Welcome to my sunny garden. It's nice and warm here today. It really does feel as if spring is in the air. CNL is also here. A lot of people are suddenly joining me today. Hello to you. Thank you for joining me. This is my Tuesday live stream that I'm doing during this very strange period of time. I am Lynn, watching in Vietnam. Nice to see you here as well. A lot of people here on the live chat. It's thanks to your teaching that I have come to understand English gradually. Thank you, Carver. This is true. Learning, like anything, takes time. Learning can take a long time. It can take a lot of patience. You have to take your time. You can't rush. So don't rush your learning. Don't try to do too much at the same time. We had a question earlier about learning 2 languages at the same time. But sometimes learning too much can be just as bad as learning nothing at all. I think so. So you have to take your time. Learning takes time. And one of the reasons why I do these live streams is to give you a chance to listen to English being spoken. So you can create your own English environment in your house. So that is the reason why I do this. I do this so you can experience English being spoken. Hello, Rose Red. When you are bored being quarantined, just learn English with Mr. Duncan. I think that is a great idea. I like that idea very much, in fact. As an international teacher, what's your plan for more improvements in your career? Do you mean from my point of view? Well, most of my work now is done through the internet. I do most of my work online. I use YouTube all the time because it is a great way of getting many, many people together in one place, and we can all share of our enjoyment of the English language. So I think it's a good thing. I love doing this very much. I wish I could do it all the time. I really do. Blue Thunder says, I am learning the guitar. Good one. Yes, you can learn a new skill. So during this strange time of isolation, you could learn a new skill, something you haven't tried before. Maybe something you've never done before. We have a lot of people watching in Vietnam. I am going to walk around the corner, excuse me. I'm going to walk somewhere else now, so please bear with me. Wow. There are some people behind me. Ooh, hello there. I'm trying to find a comfortable place to put my camera. Unfortunately, I'm not doing very well. So here is another view in my garden. Another angle. I will try to put my camera straight. That's better. So I'm now in my damson tree. So this is the damson tree that I mentioned earlier. And can you see? There are some little buds. Can you see the buds coming out? So that is what springtime looks like in England. You can see there are some lovely little buds coming out on the damson tree. So there are many. There's another one. Can you see them? Those little green buds. Aren't they lovely? So there is what springtime looks like. There are some people walking behind me, you see. So the noise you can hear is actually people walking behind me. Walking behind me. In this area, we do get a lot of people walking because this is a great place to walk. It's a great place to take exercise. And I suppose there are some people who want to go for a walk by themselves. For example, Mr. Steve and myself. So later on, we will go for a walk as well. Hello to Florence. Hello, Florence. Please be careful, Mr. Duncan. I am careful. I am still in my garden. I'm not wandering around amongst lots of people. So don't worry. I am okay. I'm completely healthy. I am fine. I am taking some exercise. I'm eating food. The only thing I'm short of, the only thing I'm running out of, is toilet paper. Unfortunately, I don't have much toilet paper left. This is the only toilet paper I'll have left, unfortunately. Things are getting serious. They really are. My damson tree is attacking me. Where are we going now, Mr. Duncan? Oh, just above my head we have the lovely blossom tree. So there is the cherry blossom coming out as well. Can you hear the bird? There is a bird right above my head, singing. Brilliant. Oh, I love nature so much. Hello. Hello, little birdie. Many of the birds at the moment are looking for mates. You see, they are trying to find a mate because this is the mating season for many birds. So that is the reason why they are singing, because they are trying to get a mate. They are trying to find someone to pair with. Ooh, very nice. It's very nice if you can get it. If you can get it, it's very nice. Why don't you have any pets, Mr. Duncan? Well, I have enough animals around me all the time, so I don't really need to have a pet, to be honest, because I have this. I have this all around me. It's strange that the bird is so comfortable. The bird feels so comfortable with me nearby. And it's not even worried. It's not even worried about me being here, because I'm always in my garden. So the birds are very confident and comfortable when I am outside. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love this. Well, I will be going soon. Unfortunately, I will have to disappear soon. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. It has been a very interesting day. I hope you've enjoyed it. I always worry that you will feel bored. I know sometimes people find my live streams and then they don't know what's happening. And they will say things like, "What's going on? What is this?" Hamid Reza says you deserve millions of followers. And that comes from my heart. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. You are very kind to say that. Well, YouTube is an interesting place. There are some people who become very popular. Normally they are very young people who become popular. And then there are people like me who carry on. We try our best to keep doing things. But that's just the way it goes. That is the nature of the game, unfortunately, I am sorry to say. Kawan, thanks for your kind teaching. You are welcome. I'm very happy that you are happy. I can't see very well because the sun is now in my eyes. We are only bored because of the isolation, not because of your live stream. Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget to give me a like, please. Give me a like and share, and then I know that you care. So if you want to give me a thumbs up, come on, let's see those thumbs. I want to see lots and lots of thumbs up. So there it is. Click that thumb now. Come on. Keep clicking. Click. I want to see 10 million thumbs on my screen. Keep clicking. Keep clicking. Don't stop clicking. There are just so many animals around. There are now birds flying overhead. There are some crows flying over. Thank you very much to Noel. Thank you, Van. Thank you also, Rose Red. I will be going in a few moments. I like very much your fence. Oh, which one? So there is a fence there. Can you see my fence? And there is another fence here. So this particular fence that you can see here, can you see it? It is designed to keep the animals out, because quite often in the field behind me, quite often there are lots of animals like sheep, and sometimes there are cattle out there as well. So quite often out there in that field, there will be lots of animals. Normally sheep. And sometimes cattle. No, I will not be making pancakes. I don't think I will be making pancakes ever again. I don't think so. Come on, thumbs up. Let's see some thumbs on the screen right now. Will we get to 150? I wonder. 150? Two more. 148. We need two more. Come on, let's make it to 150. Noel. Hello, Noel. Oh, 151. Thank you. I have shared this lesson to my friends on Facebook. Thank you, Connell. That's very kind of you to say. I'm always pleased to see you here. I'm always pleased also to find out that you are sharing my lessons, because sometimes it is not hard or it is not easy to find me. Some people complain that it's very difficult to find my live streams. Vuong Nguyen says, I love your garden so much. Thanks again, Mr. Duncan. We will see you tomorrow. Yes, I hope so. I will see you tomorrow, and I will see you also for the rest of the week as well. I will be with you on Wednesday, tomorrow. I will be with you on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And then, of course, I will be with you on Sunday with Mr. Steve. So Steve will be joining me on Sunday. Brilliant. I'm going in a moment. I will see you later. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I hope it wasn't too dull or boring, but I will be back with you tomorrow. I might be in the studio tomorrow because there are some special things that I want to show you. And unfortunately, if I'm talking to you on my mobile phone, I can't show them to you. However, if I go into my studio, I can show you lots of lovely, colourful things, including I have some video footage. I recorded a video last night with Mr. Steve when we were having our evening walk. So I will show that to you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Mai. Thank you also, Angela. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Something a little different, something a little special. Enjoying the spring weather here in the garden. Thank you, Noel. Noel Novak. Thank you very much. See you later. Thank you also, Florence. Thank you, Mercedes. I like your name, by the way. Thank you also, Grace. Grace Chin. Also, Rose Red. I will never grow bored of you. Thank you very much. It's kind of you to say. It is one of my biggest fears. I always worry that maybe I will seem dull and uninteresting. However, I will try my best to keep you entertained during these strange times. Thank you, Earth. Hello, Earth. Thank you, Mog Mog. See you later. It's time for me to go. The temperature today is 15 degrees Celsius. 15 Celsius today. It's really nice. The weather is lovely. The sun is out and everything is really nice. See you tomorrow. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching me. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Until the next time we meet here on YouTube. Ta-ta for now.